Hi internet people. So in the latest episode of Killjoys, it was Attack on the Rack. So Dutch led an attack into the rack to take out all of the Hullen. They had a Hullen captive and they actually wound up kidnapping some rack heads. So the only one that I remember, they only really went in detail with one of them and I'm literally forgetting his name. But he was totally having sex. And Davin was like putting off, like grabbing him, and then Johnny was like, no, we have to take him now. So they wound up taking the dude and bringing him back, and then they explained the whole plan, Dutch and Turin do, to this team of people, and they're like, okay, got it. So that's what we're doing. They want to go in, they're going to use this like nerve paralytic because it takes out everyone, and then they'll go and like cut everyone a little bit, and the people who heal are Hullen, the people who bleed are human. They kill the Hullen, they leave the human alone. Makes sense. Except when they attack the rack, Johnny does fine, gets the paralytic out. Banyan does not go down. So assume Banyan is Hullen. But then the Hullen don't go down. Yeah, there's this whole messed up thing where everyone initially goes down. We actually don't see that Banyan didn't go down. And the Hullen all start waking up after poor Benji, who asked Dutch if she was going to make sure they all got out. And she's like, yes, that's my promise. If I get you in, I will get you out. Benji finds a Hullen. Can't quite kill him. The dude that they're with tells Benji to like go ahead, do it. Doesn't do it right away. This huge fight breaks out. Dutch tries to save him. There isn't time. Poor Benji dies. Then McAvoy, that's the kid's name, the one who tells him to do it. I don't know why I forgot that. So that happens. So there's one death already. Then it turns out none of the Hullen are going out. They're all wearing like a nerve patch. So Turin and the other heads of the racks are watching all of this crap go down and they don't know what to do because it should have worked. So they then get Reddick, who's one of the like head Hullen folks. He and his guys grab Johnny and Davin. They're about to get Dutch, but she escapes through a garbage chute, gets super soaked, winds up having to strip down to like a pair of like boy shorts and her top, and is like sneaking around while Johnny and Davin are trying not to tell them anything. They're like being super sneaky, they won't reveal anything, the banter is great, they're doing lots of epic nodding, the dialogue is always amazing in Killjoys all the time, I love it so much. But then Johnny gets dropped into another dangerous light machine where they're gonna zap his freaking brain so he'll forget things, and at first it's not working, and Johnny's like, it's not gonna work, I've been rotting my brain forever, and no, it starts to work, and he literally like forgets the first girl he slept with, like it gets bad. And Davin's like, no, we have to do something. And like Johnny's like, no, stop, don't, just wait for Dutch. Dutch, meanwhile, is running around trying to get to them, like telling them in the comms what she's doing. She makes it to the arsenal. And then while she's finding stuff, she totally finds the genetic bomb that should not be there, but is. So she now has a genetic bomb. Then Banyan comes in. She thinks Banyan is Hullen because Banyan is up and about. Stabs Banyan. Turns out Banyan is totally human and has been trying to find out what the crap is going on with the racks and was trying to like investigate Hullen without knowing what Hullen were. So that's awful because Dutch is like, you're not dying, you are not dying, or you are dying, you're not healing, you're not healing. And like the two of them have this moment and I was like, oh. So then Dutch gets out, tells Banyan she's coming back. She finds Dutch and Johnny and Johnny and Davin, I can use words, but the problem is that Davin has already used his super special goo powers because he can like control it and make people's eyes blow up. He does it to one of the guys, Reddick knocks him out, takes him to the ship. Johnny is still strapped to the thingy, but before Dutch got there, we learned the McAvoy is the mole because someone had to tell the Hullen that there was a paralytic attack, like a paralytic nerve attack happening. For a little bit, I thought it was actually the captured Hullen who tipped them off because they have a Hullen in a box whose name I cannot remember either. I'm really bad at names this week. I'm really bad at names all the time, it's a thing, but I like can't remember them. I thought maybe she telepathically told the Hullen what happened because I don't know how much goo power there is, and didn't. Fancy was actually like interrogating her and she was like, you want to be Hullen again, you want to be Hullen again, and then the hardcore fighting happens. We learned McAvoy was the tip-off guy, and he got shot because, of course, you can't be the tip-off guy for the Hullen and not get shot. So Dutch and Johnny have to figure out how to get Davin back, but the only thing they can think of is to use the bomb, which leads to this hilarious exchange in which Johnny can't remember what a banana is, and then before they set off the bomb, he's like, oh, banana! The problem is that the bomb could literally kill everyone because everyone's DNA is so close together. just because DNA is even similar. He was trying to say like human DNA is 50% like a banana, so that's where bananas came up. So they're gonna set off the bomb. They don't know if it's gonna work. Totally works. Takes out the hullen. It looks like everything is okay, except when Dutch goes back to get Banyan, she's died. And so we've lost 3 people, 2 of which I actually feel bad about. If you're gonna be a hullen spy, just assume they're gonna kill you, okay? But back with Anila, some crazy stuff has been happening. So Anila said they were going back because she wanted to get Saya Kendry a present, which is weird. And then her dude is like, no, what are you doing? And she's like, don't question me. Like, this whole thing happens where she's like, Anila is listening to Saya Kendry, but her bro, her second-in-command guy, is not for it at all. And the 2 of them are bickering a lot about like how Anila can make her own choices. Like, it doesn't matter. Anila can do what she wants. The dialogue from Saya Kendry is freaking epic. Like, I love dialogue from anything Michelle Libretta does anyway. It's amazing. She and Emily Andrews write the most amazing dialogue in the world. But so good. But when we come back, Anila's like, enough. I'm pleased with both of you. And you're like, what? Because I was like, how are you pleased with anyone? What is going on? Why did you come here? And like, there wasn't a present. We don't know what it was because she doesn't say. Anila had another plan. So now that the rack people, the 3 head rack heads, know about the hullen, they're going to go contaminate their own pools and they'll kill the hullen. Problem is, Anila figured that out, and while they're taking Mr. Sexy Pants back to his rack, she blows all of them up. Yeah, yeah. And Anila's totally fine with that, and it's creepy. And Anila is terrifying. Like, Mad Hatter, crazy, insane, terrifying. So yeah, she blew them up because she wants Dutch to be all alone. All alone. Yeah, it's creepy. Then Fancy also ditched them at the bar because Bree was like helping everyone get kind of drunk to deal with the fact that they lost people today. And then Turin tries to apologize for almost not letting him out of the box with Helen, and he's like, no, I'm leaving. Like, he leaves because they're in asshole corner, and he's like, there's only room for one here, and leaves, leaving Turin in the asshole corner. It's very clever. But yeah, so all of that is not good. Then there's a great moment, which I'm pretty sure had nothing to do with Anila and all to do with Dutch. So, Dulcea Kendry totally kisses Anila. It happens, and literally when it happens, Anila seems like reticent kind of about it, because, I mean, they're hullen, they don't have emotions, but literally I was like, Dulcea Kendry, you're only kissing her because she looks like Dutch, because I totally think Dulcea Kendry has a massive crush on Dutch. I have thought that since they, like, first met. I thought that since the random, like, breath kiss, from season 2, maybe even 1, I don't even know what season that was anymore. Pretty sure that she has a crush on Dutch, and that's the only reason she kissed her. Yeah, this episode was intense. I was a little upset that Zeph wasn't in it at all. I was hoping she would be, but she was at the black site working on stuff. I love Pri, but he got an episode last week, so I had a feeling Pri wouldn't be in it a ton this week. But I was hoping Zeph would be. If you haven't read it yet, I actually did an interview with Kelly McCormack over on the Nerdy Girl Express about being Zephyr on Killjoys, and you should definitely check it out because she's done a ton of other projects that are super, super cool, and she talks a lot about what it's like getting into character and working on being Zephyr for Killjoys. But this episode was crazy, and I loved it, and I cannot wait to see what happens after this attack on the rack, because that is all some intense stuff. I also loved the intro of this was them literally waiting for a guy to finish having sex and then interrupting him, and it was like a prostitute who Dutch tipped really, really well, and she was like, thank you. It was great. You should definitely watch Killjoys if you are not. Let me know your favorite parts of this episode of Killjoys in the comments below. Or on Twitter, I'm at Kleffnotes. Make sure to read my interview with Kelly over on the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com. You can also find me on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com, and on the Nerdy Girl Express Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye!